The young man suddenly woke up in shock. Water gushed out from the bed. Water level rises rapidly. Soon the room was flooded. Everyone took down the shower head and inserted the shower pipe into the toilet to breathe the oxygen inside. Then the young man tried to open the door, but the water pressure is too high. The door didn't budge at all. He turned around and looked behind, swimming toward his companions. But he didn't take a breath. He swam straight to the mirror, throwing punches at it non-stop. A man was standing outside, silently watching everyone. As the glass shattered, they were finally saved. The instructor began grading. First, he praised Eggsy by name for realizing it was a two-way mirror. Then he began to criticize harshly. Pointing inside the room, everyone stood up in shock. They had forgotten teamwork, causing a teammate to drown alive. At the same time, they realized this was not a simple test. They were all top geniuses, invited to special agent training. Only Eggsy was a street thug, but was invited by veteran agent Harry. His father and Harry were colleagues, but during a mission to protect teammates, he sacrificed himself by holding down a bomb. Because of his special identity, his family received no compensation, only a simple medal. Looking at young Eggsy, Harry handed him the badge, saying that with the contact on it, and by giving the code word, he could ask for help once. In the blink of an eye, 10 years had passed. An agent was ordered to rescue a professor. He easily took care of the robbers. Just as he was getting carried away, he was ambushed by Iron Legs and was cut in half on the spot because the agent had died tragically. Arthur, the leader, called for a meeting. The agents soon heard the bad news. They raised a glass to honor their Eggsy comrade. Each introduced a young candidate as a potential new agent. Harry's first thought was Eggsy. By now, Eggsy had grown up. His mother had found a lousy stepfather, whose underlings were all thugs. They bullied Eggsy every day. To take revenge on the gang, Eggsy and his friends stole their car. Eventually, he was caught by the police. He used the right granted by the badge to contact Harry for bail. The two went to a bar. Harry investigated Eggsy's background. Eggsy had a high IQ and outstanding performance, and his physical ability far surpassed his peers. Could have joined the Marine Corps, but he gave it all up to protect his mother. At that moment, his stepfather's men arrived. Harry was ready to leave, but was mocked by the thugs. If you're looking for another man, there are plenty at the street corner next door. Without respect for manners, one cannot stand tall in life. Are we going to stand here foolishly all day, or have a good fight? Harry finally made his move. The thugs dropped one after another. Then the gang leader pulled out a gun. Harry opened his umbrella, blocking the incoming bullets. Then he fired a tranquilizer dart, knocking the thug out instantly. Seeing the bar owner reaching for the phone, he shot a memory-erasing dart. Eggsy was stunned, watching as Harry aimed at him. He quickly raised his hands and promised he would never tell a soul. Only then did Harry lower his watch, patting Eggsy on the shoulder, before turning to leave. When Eggsy returned home, his stepfather's thugs threatened him with knives, demanding to know who beat up their crew. Eggsy refused to reveal anything, and that was exactly Harry's test. He listened through a hidden bug and congratulated Eggsy for passing. Following the clues, Eggsy arrived at a tailor's shop, where Harry led him underground. The two boarded a capsule train and traveled to the secret Kingsman headquarters miles away. Eggsy toured the underground armory, and under the guidance of Merlin the instructor, he met the other recruits. Together they passed the water tank test. Then Merlin brought out a few puppies. Each trainee had to adopt one. Most chose sleek hunting dogs, but Eggsy chose a tiny pug, which made him fall far behind in training. "Don't let me come in last because of you. I swear I'll kill you. I really will." Meanwhile, Harry was investigating the cause of his comrade's death. He located the kidnapped professor, who appeared unharmed. Harry grabbed the professor and demanded answers about his friend's death. Seeing the professor still stubborn, he slapped him hard, and the professor's head exploded. Before Harry could react, killers rushed in. He left a bomb and escaped, but he was badly wounded and fainted. Eggsy came to visit him, determined not to fail Harry's expectations. He takes training seriously. He soon entered the test phase. They had to jump to the target area and open their parachutes at the set height. As everyone jumped from the sky, Merlin's words made them break into a cold sweat. Among 6 people, only 5 parachutes would open. Everyone panicked. Open too early and you're eliminated. Too late and you'd be smashed to pieces. Luckily, Eggsy stayed calm. He suggested they open parachutes in pairs, but one person, scared, opened the chute too early, so they decided to open one by one. In the end, only Eggsy and Roxy were left. As they neared the ground, Roxy opened the parachute. Eggsy held on tightly to her. Thankfully, both landed safely. They passed the test successfully, but Eggsy complained in confusion. "Sorry, sir, I still want to ask why I'm always the unlucky one. If you've got complaints, say them to my face." After a long coma, Harry finally woke up. Through Merlin's investigation, he learned the chip behind the professor's ear caused the explosion, and the chip was made by an entrepreneur nicknamed Fury. He was handing out free phone cards, whether making calls or going online. It was free for life, but the chip's true function was unknown. At the same time, Fury brought iron legs to meet with the Prime Minister and the Princess. He revealed his plan. The Prime Minister gladly agreed, but the Princess firmly opposed. As a result, she was captured by Fury, and the Prime Minister was implanted with a chip. After that, world leaders began to disappear, one after another. Harry decided to meet Fury. The tension between them was intense. They parted on bad terms. Meanwhile, Eggsy continued the tests. Merlin assigned a mission to capture and bring back the target, and all 3 had the same target. In order to succeed, they sabotaged each other. The quarrels made the girl leave, and the 3 started to feel drowsy. When they woke up again, Eggsy was tied to the railway track. A strange man appeared before him. The sound of a train roared closer. The man cut straight to the point. He questioned Harry's identity and the location of the secret academy as long as Eggsy spoke. He could avoid being crushed by the train, but Eggsy remained stubborn, refusing to reveal any information. "Go to hell." The train rushed past, and the man turned into Harry. It turned out to be a test all along. Roxy passed smoothly, but the boy wasn't as determined. In an instant, he betrayed his sponsor, seeing the agent he had chosen. Arthur was deeply disappointed. The 2 passed the test. Harry took Eggsy to introduce the equipment, a pen filled with deadly poison. With just a press of the switch, it could kill a person instantly. Shoes that could pop out poison blades. After introducing the gadgets, Eggsy faced his final test, to kill the puppy that had been with him. Just as he hesitated, a gunshot rang out next door. That meant Roxy had passed the test. Eggsy was eliminated. In anger, he stole a car. Unexpectedly, it activated autopilot and drove straight to Harry's home. Upon hearing Eggsy was eliminated, Harry finally told the truth. No one actually died in training. The girl who drowned was still alive and well. The gun for killing the puppy was loaded with blanks. Harry was greatly disappointed, but he still kept Eggsy to watch him on a mission. Following the clues, he arrived at a church, but found no trace of Fury. At that moment, people's phones began to ring. They went mad like demons and started killing each other. Harry killed everyone inside. No one in the church survived. He stumbled out of the church in a daze. Fury had already been waiting for him. It turned out to be a trap. The sound waves from the phones could control people's violent behavior. Fury planned to carry out a human purge. Through the sound waves of the phone cards, he would make people slaughter each other, and the chip could make one immune to the sound waves. After saying this, he shot Harry dead. Watching Harry get killed, Eggsy went to find Arthur, the leader. The 2 drank in memory of Harry. Just as Arthur poured the wine, he saw the scar behind his ear. After draining his glass of fine wine, Arthur took out the poison pen and invited Eggsy to work under him. "I would rather go with Harry. Thanks for your offer." "Then so be it." Arthur pressed the poison switch, but soon realized something was wrong. Eggsy had already switched the glasses. Watching Arthur die, he removed the chip and learned the location of the bunker. Now only 3 agents remained. They decided to split up. Roxy prepared to launch and destroy the satellite, while Eggsy alone would infiltrate the bunker to stop Valentine. At first, everything went smoothly. He found a computer and let Merlin hack the system, but he was accidentally exposed. Valentine, seeing this, activated the program early. Send someone to chase Eggsy. Roxy destroyed the satellite, but Valentine had a backup satellite. When the countdown ended, the SIM cards all activated. Chaos broke out across the world. In this critical moment, Merlin thought of reverse hacking, so He used Arthur's chip to activate the self-destruct device. For a moment, the bunker was empty. Eggsy successfully found Valentine. The steel shadow bursts out through the window. Both leap into the air and clash with kicks. Eggsy uses the poisoned blade hidden in his shoe, successfully takes down the steel shadow. Then he removes the prosthetic limb and strikes Black with a single blow. The worldwide chaos finally comes to an end. Afterward, Eggsy, dressed in a gentleman's suit, prepares to take his mother away from his stepfather, but stepfather insulted. Without understanding etiquette, one cannot stand firm in society.
Your manners up your fuck.
Are we just going to stand here foolishly all day? Or are we going to have a good fight? The movie will continue. If you find it interesting, please give the channel a like and subscribe. Thank you very much, audience.